Started doing this thing of not tracking politics and not watching the news as much in South Africa anymore because it seriously gaslights me. And by gaslighting, I mean when I hear Cyril Ramaphosa speaking, as he was speaking at the ANC, I think it's annual conference, national conference on the 8th of January, things like that get me really, really angry. More and more fake promises, more and more lying, more and more acting as if they're not governing the country. The Department of Basic Education has said that the results of the 2022 Matric exam, final exam results, will come out on the 20th of January 2023. It was meant to be the 19th, they pushed it out to the 20th. There was a scandal of cheating which involved WhatsApp with teachers and students in Mpumalanga, and that scandal and that story no one is saying anything about it. Results are coming out 20 January. The Department of Higher Education and Training is saying this won't disrupt tertiary education schedules. But how can it not? You've got a country that is not really literate or not fully literate. I saw Musi Maimani tweeted again that this thing of having a 30% pass rate is rubbish and our pass rate should be 50%. Pass rate doesn't really matter, to Musi or anyone else who's worried. What's important is the content of our education, and the content of our education is pretty poor. What I mean by that is just because you got 30% or 50% or 80% or 90% on an exam doesn't mean that exam's content was good, doesn't mean the quality of your education was good, does not mean you have the skills to feed yourself, make money, grow your own food, manufacture your own things and export. It doesn't. All it means that within a certain set exam, you got a certain mark. So you've got a couple of situations. You can either lower the pass mark to 30% and push kids through so they can carry on with their lives because basic education is largely daycare. Or you can weaken the quality of the papers themselves. So you can increase the pass mark to 50, 60%, and a paper that used to be difficult becomes very easy. So that a lot of kids get 100%, a lot of kids get 90, 80, and then some of the slower, dumber kids get 60, 70%. Or you can actually work on changing the curriculum and the content of the education. So that even if a child gets 10%, even if a child gets 20, 30, 70%, it doesn't matter. But what they studied in that year of education is how to manage money, how to deal with tax, how to deal with legal issues, how to start your own business, how to code, how to make money online, how to be able to speak and articulate yourself. And come the end of the year or mid-year when you're writing your exams, the exams don't matter because the children can fundamentally prove that they are already doing amazing things in their own lives. Anyways, that's a message to Umus. To Angie Mutsikha and Bladen Zimande, the frustration is that come end of the year, a lot of kids don't really have a plan for life after matric. A lot of these kids' lives are dependent on their matric results, which are going to come out late. And varsities are going to be opening, maybe some in January, a lot of them in February. And a lot of these kids who were accepted preliminary in June, July 2022 are going to maybe have bad results, not do as well. So they're going to be scrambling, understanding that these institutions that preliminary accepted them are not going to accept them anymore. So what now? They have no plan B, no plan C. They're stuck. At least if they've gotten their results in December, they could have used at least these 20 days or these 31 days in January to start planning a new life. Can they apply for a diploma somewhere? Can they apply for a short course somewhere? Can they try and get into another institution? But now they're going to be scrambling between end of Jan and Feb, trying to see where they could get into because our education system, our ANC-run governments are pathetic and poor. And they remind us of how pathetic this country is from a leadership perspective. We've got technology and our matric results are still not being pushed through technology so that a lot of the easy stuff, the multiple choice, science, maths, a lot of the technical things, those marks get processed quickly. And then what we wait for is some of the softer essays, some of the art, some of the other things that actually might take time and a human eye and some type of invigilation and moderation that's needed. But for the other things, why are kids not using technology, punching in on multiple choice? If it's maths and those things, punch in some of those and let those things be processed so that a child that wrote an exam today can get their results today, if not tomorrow. Some of the private schools in this country have used technology in their classes where some of the kids write a test in class and they get their results in immediate time. But this is the quality of education and the quality of leadership that we have. And again, even having matric, even getting your results in November, if the quality is horrible, whether you get accepted at WITS or UCT or UKZN or Rhodes or Poch or Free State or Tux, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is you're going to be a useless human being nonetheless. Your basic education is poor, your tertiary education is poor, and you've got so many graduates sitting at home. So many graduates with even good degrees sitting at home. Why? Because they haven't been fully educated and empowered. 12 years of school, 5, 7 years of tertiary, but you're sitting at home waiting with your CV for someone to come and hire you and pay you, underpay you. It's upsetting. Results are coming out 20th of January. Good luck to all the matriculants. For all the people that are going to be watching this video, sit with your parents, sit with your guardians, sit with some of your peers and come up with a plan B and a plan C. Yes, you may have gotten accepted in June, July last year, but we don't know what the results may look like when they come out. You may not actually get final acceptance into the institution of your choice. And you and your parents and everyone who takes care of you need to sit and be like, if I don't get the results I want, what is my plan? Am I going to try another institution and can I get their contact details now? Am I going to try a local institution? Some of you maybe are based in KZN but have been accepted in the Western Cape. Look for something local in the town, city where you are and say, look, if I don't get in, maybe I'm going to enroll here and study something here. Maybe I will enroll with UNISA and study through correspondence. Maybe I can start looking for a job around the spaces that I'm in. Maybe I can take a gap year and use that time to improve on my marks or to acquire some other skills, maybe to travel, maybe to reflect, maybe to help my parents in their business, in their job, maybe to spend time with my family. Have a plan for 2023 and don't just sit like a duck. Hold and close yourself up in your home and be depressed and lie to everyone. No, I'm taking a gap year. You're lying. You're just embarrassed and ashamed and depressed because your results didn't come out the way they were supposed to. And now your life is on pause. And your parents and your friends and everyone is lying to each other. And so many of you are stuck inside your homes with no real plan. Because Angie Mutsikha, Bladen Zimande, the Department of Basic Education, the Department of Higher Education and Training, the ANC-led government, your own parents, your own local leaders, the business leaders, the institutions are all pathetic and poor and aren't really educating you to be functional human beings and adults. And it's time for you to fucking catch a wake up, take ownership of your life with your family and start making a real plan for your life. I've got qualifications from Rhodes and UJ in accounting and economics, but here I am now making online videos on YouTube using my phone and making an income. You can do that without a qualification. You can go DJ without a qualification, become a sports star without a qualification, start a small business, start a spaza shop. Spaza shops are being run by illegal foreigners in South Africa. Yet there are so many unemployed South Africans, especially black South Africans, who could run spaza shops. They don't require rocket science. Opening a car wash does not require rocket science. Start a small business. Learn basic things. Make money. Cut hair. Do hairstyles, braids, etc. Sell weaves and wigs. You're sleeping on yourselves because your education system is pathetic and it's time to take ownership of your life. Going to be making more videos leading up to the 20th of January and after the results come out to remind you guys, especially the matriculants, especially the ones that are going to fail or the ones that don't get the results that they're looking for, on what plan to have for your year and for the years coming up. And for the kids going to tertiary as well, some of the things to look out for, because a lot of you are going to get into tertiary, get excited, and then you're going to fail within a few months or within the first year, and you're going to go back and sit with the other kids that are sitting at home doing nothing because you didn't have a plan on how to manage your tertiary education. Pen you all the black pen. Cheers.